大家好，我是大麦。今天是2026年3月19日。前两天，川普在会见爱尔兰总理的时候，首次公开说 BBC 用了 AI 来伪造他的话，并且批评 BBC 对伊朗战争的报道是不准确的，是腐败的、欺诈性的假新闻。川普说 BBC 把我没说过的话硬往我嘴里塞，我的幕僚听完都吓坏了。老大，你这话也太猛了吧！我一脸懵，我说啥了？我绝对没说这话。结果一查，哇，是 AI 生成的。BBC 还承认自己搞砸了。
Can I ask you how you're doing with your legal case against the BBC and their fake news documentary?
Well, the BBC was incredible. What they did is they had me speaking something I never said. And I've never seen anything quite like it. You know, CBS had that. We had the situation on 60 Minutes, and not the current owners, the past owners. The current owners, I think, are good, Ellison. But BBC took it a step further. They actually they put words in my mouth, and I said some pretty bad things. And I didn't say them. It was AI generated. And I said, I never said that. In fact, some of my people said, wow, that was pretty bad stuff you said. I said, what did I say? You know, I'm pretty good at this stuff. I mean, if you can go through years of these press conferences and you're a popular president of the United States that won in a landslide, that won all 7 swing states, that got record numbers of votes, I mean, so I guess I'm okay at this stuff. I said, I never said that. And then we found out it was AI generated. And they admit they made a mistake. BBC.
川普还说，今天早上看了 BBC 的频道报道伊朗战争，那叫一个荒唐。我们美军已经把伊朗打得满地找牙，可是 BBC 却描述我们好像是在踢友谊赛，比分持平。拜托，这哪是新闻？我发明的假新闻3个字已经不够用了，现在得升级成腐败的欺诈性新闻，这已经超越了造假，属于欺诈。去年12月，川普提起10亿美元的诉讼，起诉 BBC 涉嫌诽谤与违反佛州的不公平贸易法。因为在2024年美国大选前一周， BBC 的纪录片剪辑了川普在国会山暴动前演说的片段，造成了一种川普鼓动支持者冲进国会的效果，而忽略了他呼吁和平的部分。
But I watched them this morning for some crazy reason. And it was so inaccurate. Their reporting on the war was unbelievable. We have decimated that country. And if you watch BBC, it's almost like they're fighting us to a draw. They're not fighting us to a draw. It was very inaccurate news. It was fake news. So I'm very proud of the term fake news because it was my term. I came up with it. But it's no longer accurate. It really is. It's corrupt. Fraudulent news. It really is. It's fraudulent. It's not just fake. It's beyond fake. It's really criminal what they do. But I watched BBC this morning, and I don't know much about BBC other than what took place, because people were calling me saying, that was a terrible thing you said. I said, what did I say? And I said, I never said that. And when we checked it, you agree. They agree. It was somehow generated, I guess, by AI or something, with me saying unbelievable. So we brought a lawsuit against them. They admit they're guilty, but we'll see how it comes out. Thank you. I like that question. I like that question. Thank you very much. We'll see.
现在啊，川普经常利用会见各国领导人的机会抱怨英国首相斯塔莫。这次他又说了，我们跟英国的关系是最棒的、最古老的，应该是最好的，直到斯塔莫出现了。川普还说，英国有北海石油，是全球最棒的储量之一。可是英国呢，却从挪威买石油，挪威的油就是从北海来的呀，简直真是太笨了。而且为了搞所谓的绿色能源，英国在农村安装了贵得离谱的风车。川普说，这些风车都是中国制造，可是中国在燃烧煤，这逻辑多么清晰！如果风车真的有用，那么中国为什么不拿来发电呢？显然，这些风车就是来制造噪音或者摧毁美丽的山野。
Go ahead.
Thank you. The Prime Minister isn't making the case to the British public as to why he should be supporting you. Could you do that now and talk to the UK and to GB News viewers about why it's in their interest that we help you?
Well, because we have a tremendous long-term relationship with the UK. I mean, people would say it's the best. I don't want to get into that, but we've had, it was the longest, the oldest, should be the best. Always was the best until Keir came along, and now, and I like him. He's a nice man. He says everything beautiful. He's a very nice man with a beautiful family. Everything's perfect, but he doesn't produce. And I think it's very inexpensive. I just said, you don't have to send me aircraft carriers. Send me a couple of minesweepers. We don't need your aircraft carriers. But even the aircraft carriers, he would only send them after we essentially won. I mean, he's sending them when there are no planes left, when the missiles are down to 8%. They have like 8% of the missiles. The rest we demolish the missiles, and the factories, largely the factories are going even as we speak. They just hit another factory. They have a lot of missile factories. They have a lot of drone factories, and so he's wants to send them when we don't need them, but would like to have minesweepers, because just in case. We don't know that there are any mines now, because we wiped out, I think, 24. They actually have to think of this for a country. They have 24 boats that do nothing but put mines in the water. This doesn't sound like a great country. This doesn't sound like a friendly country, but we killed all of those boats. They're at the bottom of the sea. But so we don't even know if there are any mines there, but if there are, we'd like to have a little help in finding them, probably most importantly.
Would you like a change in Prime Minister? Do you have confidence in Keir Starmer? Would you prefer to deal
Well,
with
it's not for me, it's really for the people of the UK to have confidence.
Of course, but is he
I've been very critical of Keir, and I did it in a friendly way. I said, if you don't change your energy thing and get away from windmills and go back to oil and gas, and you have something that's no other country has. Very few countries have anything like it, the North Sea. You have some of the greatest oil and oil deposits in the entire world, the North Sea. They don't use it. You buy a lot of your oil from Norway. You know where they get their oil? From the North Sea. And you pay a very big price. So why are you paying a lot of money? And I tell them, and you have the better part of the North Sea. So why aren't they taking the oil from the North Sea? Why are they buying oil from Norway? But they have windmills all over the country, destroying those gorgeous Scottish fields and those beautiful fields all over, the windmills, which don't work. They're tremendously expensive. And the best testament to that is the windmills are made in China, but China doesn't use them. You know what China uses? Coal. They're building 58 coal-fired plants right now, and that's up to them. But these foolish countries that are buying windmills, putting them out of business, I'm proudly telling you that we're going to try and have no windmills built in the United States during my... Because they're very bad. They're very bad environmentally. They kill the birds. They're unsightly. They make a lot of noise. And for some reason, the environmentalists love windmills, okay?
You say Keir Starmer is a very nice man. You say he's a very nice man.
I think he's a nice man. I think he's a nice man, but I disagree with him on two things, primarily. His immigration policy is a disaster, and his energy policy is a disaster. And they're about the biggest policies you can have. You've allowed millions and millions and millions of people to come into your country that shouldn't be there. And by the way, that's all over Europe. Europe is a different place. It's a different place. And I originate, to put it nicely, many of us do, from Europe. I love Europe. I've spent a lot of time in Europe. It's a different place. Bad things have happened to Europe. Very bad things. And you better do something about immigration, and you better do something about energy, or you won't have a Europe.
What's your time frame?